Hi, welcome to our Difference Maker Movement Chat. I am so honored and pleased to welcome Lisa McDulin from the Place of Hope. I have heard so much about this organization, and we have seen everything that you have done to impact the community at large. I know that you have the Rinker campus here in Boca, and then there's a campus up in West Palm Beach, and you are at the Rinker campus down here in Boca.
I am.
So I would love to hear everything that you do and what you provide for the community. So why don't we just start first, what does the Place of Hope do?
Well, thanks for having us and giving us a platform to share with your audience. Place of Hope actually is celebrating 16 years now of caring for this area's abused, neglected, and abandoned children. We're the largest provider of child services in Palm Beach County right now. We take care of an average about 300 foster kids every day. We serve, however, anywhere from Vero Beach all the way down to Broward County. And we have 5 campuses. Palm Beach Gardens is our main campus, and that's where our headquarters are. But about 4 years ago, I don't know if you're familiar with The Haven, used to be The Haven. The 2 gentlemen that owned that agency were doing a great job of taking care of mostly teenage boys. They decided they were going to retire, and they contacted our executive director, Charles Bender, and said they wanted to donate the entire property to us. So we took over, and we have been very busy raising support in the community to renovate and bring the campus up to speed, opening 1 cottage at a time to serve different parts of the foster care community and meet the needs of what's out there. So we've been doing this now in Boca for a little over 4 years. And we're caring for foster kids from 5 to 17, and then we also have a program for young women who have aged out of the system. They're 18 to 21 in our extended foster care program. And some great plans that we can talk about in a couple minutes.
So foster care is a difficult, to me, it weighs on my heart. It's just a difficult subject to talk about because it's just a never-ending problem.
It's true.
It's a cycle that just does not get broken. And agencies like yourself and many others do your very, very best to try to fix. And no matter what, it's a problem. So I appreciate and I commend everything that you do to help these children have a life that they so much deserve, so that they have dignity.
Yeah, we're honored that we can do the work that we do. There's, like you said, I mean, the need is not going away anytime soon. I mean, if you look at the statistics that come out month after month, within the industry that we're in, there's probably on average 1,400 kids that are pulled and removed from their home by the DCF on a monthly basis. So that number fluctuates. And of course, but you've got every month a consistent number of kids that are actually coming into care, and there's not always places for those kids to go. You see sibling groups that are broken up, and you see kids that are removed. If there's not a place or a bed or some place for them to go, they'll be taken out of the county. They'll be put somewhere, far away. It's already traumatic enough being removed from your home. We actually have a family on our campus. We opened up a cottage in September. It was intended to be for 6 girls, and the day after we got our license, we got a call from DCF, and there was a sibling group of 6 kids in Tampa who had been removed from their home, and they were going to split them all up. And thankfully, we were able to take all 6 of those kids, 4 sisters and 2 brothers, and keep them together as a family in some respects. And they've been on our campus since September of last year. So it's great that we can, serve this areas and as well as the other area neediest kids.
Well, thank you.
Sure.
So let's just talk about some of the things that you do with these kids. So how do you prepare them so that they can be out on their own, so that they can go to school, that they can do those things?
Well, that's a great question. And one of the things that we do when the kids come to us is we try to really normalize it and put them in a family environment. They are placed into a loving home with cottage parents or a cottage parent or relief parent, someone who is there to provide support, also discipline, structure, order. These are things that they have not experienced or had. They do go to school. We put them right into a school that's in the community where they're placed, and they're encouraged to participate in extracurricular activities if that's their interest. We provide programs and services, counseling, therapy. In some cases, they're allowed to visit or have visitation rights, I guess, with their parents or whoever their caregiver was. And then the community is such a vital, important part of that. And we have in Boca a large group of volunteers through a group that we call Angel Moms, and Kate is familiar with that. And really we started that just because when I came to Boca, I said, well, how am I going to gain support? And the best way I knew how to do it with my background was just by working with women. And nothing against men, because I think men know how to get the job done too, but my familiarity and my comfort zone was working with other women and just to create that support and that nurturing environment. So we've got this great group of almost 200 women who have really come alongside of us and help provide enrichment opportunities, mentoring, tutoring, meals if they need it. If we have a child that comes in the middle of the night with nothing but the clothes on their back or a Publix bag or a garbage bag, and we do see that, you can put a notice out on Facebook that, we need this size shorts and these size shoes, and these women respond, and they are the first people that are there if there's a need. But I think that the community as a whole, so many of the businesses in this area, elected officials, churches, women's group, the Junior League, so many people have come around to support our efforts and what we do and what our mission is at Place of Hope, which is to provide hope and healing for these children.
So the bigger question would be, is I know that for the younger kids, it's here. For the older kids, how do we help those kids?
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up, because what's happening right now, there's so many kids that are aging out of the system. And, I've got children that are, over the age of 18, and they still need their mom and dad. They still call for things. They still ask for support and advice. Can you imagine being an 18-year-old and you're maybe only a sophomore in high school, you're not done, and you're told you have to move out of the place that you live. You're no longer able to stay where you are. It's great that the state of Florida passed a law in 2014 that allows children the opportunity to remain in care. Not all agencies offer that. We have been doing it for 10 years, though, well before the laws changed, up at our program in Gardens called the Villages of Hope. We're actually extending that to Boca Raton. There's a piece of land in between our existing campus and the Tri-County Humane Society. It's a 5-acre plot, and we are clearing the land now, and we're building 62 apartments for young people who have either aged out of the system or who are homeless. So when we're finished with the entire project, we'll be able to house 62 kids. So it'll be the largest campus for our organization, and we hope to be able to provide those kids with the continued support they need, independent living skills, job skills training, continue to provide mentors and tutors, because these kids have to be in school or working to be in our program, and they've got to follow the rules. So, I think the kids enjoy knowing that they have that as a resource.
Well, truly, this is an area that I personally am involved in. I personally care about, and I would like at some point in my lifetime to see a dent made so that we don't have to see these things happen to these kids. So if people would like to get involved with your organization in some way, fashion, or form, how do they do that?
Yeah, well, first of all, we would love for you to check us out on Facebook. It's Place of Hope at the Leanne and David Rinker campus. There's 2 different Facebook groups for Place of Hope. Our website is placeofhoperinker.org. We're located on Boca Rio Road, just east or west of the Turnpike, and we're always open for tours. We love to have people come out and visit, walk through the program, see the campus, look at what's happening, learn more about the organization, how they can volunteer and get involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, and thank you
you
so much for what you do.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. And I would offer to each and every one of you, I am sure these kids will need things for back to school, for the holidays, for everything that's coming up. So please, please reach your hands out and help Place of Hope.